Today we're going to get right back to the Linux User Manual, Chapter 5, Bluetooth. I don't know why we use Bluetooth, but here we go. Right off the hop, they're telling you how to enable or disable with a terminal command. I don't like terminal commands. Anybody coming from Windows or Mac won't want to use terminal commands. I find it horrible that that Linux developers insist on putting into their manuals how to use the terminal. Those are for computer geeks, programmers, and developers. For users like me, and users like all of you guys out there that are really having second thoughts on whether you want to continue to use Windows as we approach the October 15th end of use deadline for Windows. Terminal is not a viable option for a lot of Windows users. So it scares people away. So I'm going to show you a couple of cool little tricks when it comes to your Chapter 5. Bluetooth can be disabled by using a software kill switch. On some laptops, a hardware kill switch is also provided, either via special function key or a physical button or mechanism, and you can use the RF kill command. You can see the state of these switches. Open your terminal. Please don't open your terminal. Okay, so come over here onto my other screen. Excuse my eyes, I'm diverting. Click all applications right here, right off the start button. All applications, and there is Bluetooth Manager. And there it is. It's already got already found my Galaxy S10e. And everything you're going to need to know is going to be right here. So if you go on the terminal and you type this list, it'll show you a list of the software and hardware kill switches for all of your wireless devices. Don't really know what that means, but it says here Bluetooth and wireless LAN. But you can turn your wireless on and off, doing the same thing. Let's go. We can do the same thing here by going all applications, and we can go all the way down until we get to network. We can click on network. Network's going to show us if our Wi-Fi is on or off. So I've disabled my Wi-Fi on this desktop computer because I'd rather be plugged into a LAN. That's under the wired, and it's right there. So you don't need the RF kill switch statement or command to do this. So that's that. Okay, everybody's happy now. Back to the manual. The output lists the state of the software hardware kills for all your wireless devices. In the picture above, you can see the Bluetooth is neither soft blocked nor hard blocked and is therefore enabled. I would strongly advise you not to go into this and do this. Don't do this. If you hard block it, you're not going to get this show up anymore either. It's going to act as if you don't even have Bluetooth on your device. So don't do that. That's what I think. I have never done it. I'm not going to try. I like things the way they are. Simple. On the screen. Not with commands that I have to know or learn a different language to participate in. So that's what that is. To allow non-administrative users on your system to disable or enable Bluetooth, they must be added to the netdev group. You can also do this with a sudo add user command. If an auto power on is set to be true, BlueMan automatically unblocks Bluetooth at startup. Note that this setting is user specific. Yeah, trying to understand all this is crazy. So just make sure your Bluetooth is on if you're going to use it. So I see here that my phone is enabled. I'm going to turn on my handy Ryobi Bluetooth speaker. I'm going to turn on. Ryobi. It found the Ryobi pad. It's right there. Awesome. And so we can hit the check mark here and unmask the device as trusted. We're going to say it's okay. Is this trusted? Yeah, it's got a little check mark down here, a little green check mark. Don't get confused. It's not part of X. It's not going to have a little blue check mark. So that's good. On. What's next? Connecting.
Bluetooth connected.
Bluetooth connected. So I did it again, didn't I? So now that it's connected, I don't understand what those symbols mean. So it doesn't matter. I don't know what they mean. That's crazy. So maybe we should play something. Do I have any music? Do I have any music? No. It's crazy. I live a crazy life. I really don't listen to music. Okay. Well, we're going to listen to this and see what happens here. See if this is going to work through Bluetooth. No, it's not. It's not going through my Bluetooth speaker. I can hear it going through the headphones. So let's go here on the music. Output device. So now I have to change my output device. Output device. Speaker. There it is. It says speaker, Ryobi pad. Wow, that was annoying. It's not working perfectly. I guess I got some tweaking to do with it. Okay. And we continue on. Where were we at? If auto power on is set to true, Blueman automatically unblocks Bluetooth startup. Note that this setting is user specific. For the average PC user, the user, not the programmer, not the somebody who works in the office and shares a computer with a whole, polygamy of people, if I can use that term, with a whole assortment of people. This is something you're likely not in control of anyway. But for at home, I find it unusual that more than one person uses the same computer. Exceptions being your children, where perhaps if you're conscious and you want to monitor your children's internet usage, that you'll have one computer that all the kids share, and they have to log in and log out. That's in a perfect world, we wouldn't have to do that, shouldn't have to do that, but we do. Protect our children from the crazy internet. So let's keep going here. So you can use these commands on the terminal, the dreaded terminal. I don't want to use the terminal. Well, this is true. So the very first time you open Blueman, it asks if Bluetooth should be enabled automatically. The very first time I booted up this computer with Linux 2022 point something, I think it was, Bluetooth was automatically turned on. You just turned on with the first boot, and that's it. And so I clicked on the little icon that was down in the corner here, and I just hit exit, and boom, never saw the Bluetooth pick up again. Did I show you that? I showed you that, right? And so we can flip back and forth with this thing like crazy. So that's this, the very first time, where it says the very first time you open Blue Man should be enabled automatically. It was. To check whether this feature is enabled, open a terminal and type. So you can do this to check. What's the point? If you use Bluetooth all the time, you're going to keep it on. If you don't, you're not. If you want to disable Bluetooth at startup, you need to set a auto power on to false. This is also in your settings. Here, if we go to, we're going to go down here and we're going to go to right here. It says System Settings, Control Center. See that? Click. On here, you're going to see all kinds of wild, wonderful things. Under Hardware, you're going to see Bluetooth. So you can click on Bluetooth and it's going to bring you to this, what we've already been looking at. And if you scroll up here, you can see Startup Applications. And you can click on Startup Applications to see what starts up automatically. Look at that. Blue Man is at the very top. And Blue Man, will that start up? No, I've got it to not start up on startup. I do have support for NVIDIA, system reports. I don't know why I do that. Update manager. I've got a bunch of stuff, right? I suppose you can add more if you want to. Choose a command, choose an application. You can all of these things here that are here. You can start these up with the startup of your computer. All of a sudden, boom, 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 all these things are going to start up. So it depends on how you use your computer, or what you do with your computer. Let's say, let me find one here. The first thing you do every time that you open up is check your email. So maybe you're going to go down here to something like, if I even have it, Thunderbird Mail. And you might say, boom, I want that one to be on right away when I turn it on. That's what you're going to do. I'm going to go through some more of this kind of stuff later on to show you how to work with these settings. It's pretty easy to learn. Everything's clickable and unclickable. So no more terminal. And the manual says if you want Bluetooth on startup, there we go. We did that. It'll say whether it's on or off. I'm not caring about that at all. System D RF kill. System D provides a service which saves a state of your kill switches during shutdown and restores them on the next boot. Surprise, surprise. This service is a core part of the System D and is installed by default. A note here, Blue Man runs after System D RF kill, so if Blue Man's auto power on setting is enabled, it overrides the System RF kill. Don't understand what that means. Blue Z is a Bluetooth stack used by Blue Man. Blue Z is a setting called auto enable in the file, etc. Bluetooth main conf. That's going to do it for chapter 5 of Bluetooth. We'll try and get into chapter 6 a little later. That one is lost password. I've already read it, and this is a lost cause, but I committed myself to doing the whole manual, and so I really can't start skipping chapters now. That's it. So stick around for that.